saying is, you know what it is? Because when you look at everything is based like on money.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, a got a lot of money and be like, oh, she gonna have half of this or half of that. Like, what's the football player just got married?
Travis Hunter.
And he's getting divorced, right?
Is he?
That's what they said. That's the rumor going around. His wife won 40 million.
There are interviews that make headlines, and then there are the kind that rip the internet to shreds. Tony Yayo just served up the latter. In his latest uncensored sit-down, Tony didn't just go after Travis Hunter's football game. He went for the man's whole marriage. With a stare down for the ages and the kind of bluntness that'd make a lawyer flinch, Yayo called Travis's choice of wife, lenee, a flat-out mistake. But he didn't stop with personal advice or coded warnings. According to Tony, Travis and Lyanna haven't built a marriage. They've hammered out a business contract, complete with quarterly drama and more fine print than a Silicon Valley tech merger. If Yayo's right, love took a backseat a long time ago. You can almost hear the collective gasp from every sports blog and relationship podcast in the country.
It's on the internet, I ain't believing it.
Listen, well, that's going around. Now that's dumb. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I understand. Safeguard your You make a certain amount of money, of course, safeguard it, you know, but give your lady something, I guess, or whatever you want to do, but just make sure you safeguard it. I think
give her that Cristiano Ronaldo package.
Right. I think people look at marriage as a business.
It is.
Of course, calling a marriage a business deal is one thing, but Tony, never the type to tiptoe, went further, dragging out the dirty laundry that's been fueling group chats and Reddit threads since the holidays. In his words, the whispers weren't just smoke, there's a fire burning under the Hunter roof. Lyanna, according to Yayo, didn't just step out on Travis once. She was allegedly stepping sideways before she ever said, I do. And after too, Yayo says it's an open secret. With the cameras rolling, he confirmed what has been keeping Colorado Twitter awake at night. He got played, and just like that, the floodgates opened. Social media sleuths started pulling up old clips, old DMS, screenshots, music video cameos, anything that looked remotely like a clue in the world's weirdest game of emotional clue.
What are you doing? Lyanna, what are you doing?
Now the focus swings hard to Lyanna herself. Was the warning really hiding in plain sight all along? The tape keeps rolling. First, it's her now infamous chill at the Heisman ceremony, sitting with the poise of someone auditioning for America's Most Stone-Faced Partners. When Deion Sanders, the living legend himself, had to signal her to stand as Travis's name was called, the room seemed to freeze. Even if Sanders played it off with a smile, half the country was rewinding that clip, hunting for meaning in every second of silence. Was she just nervous? Was this her style? Or was this, as Tony Yayo insists, the red flag we all missed? And then there's the after party, the viral video, the one the message boards won't let rest, where Lyanna appears to dance a little too close with someone who's very much not Travis Hunter. Some say it was years ago, others swear the footage is recent. Either way, that moment has become Exhibit A for the prosecution, passed around by the internet's self-appointed defense team for Travis' happiness. The real heat came when, after one especially awkward embrace at Colorado's final home game, Lyanna seemed to turn away from Travis as he reached for her. Social media judges needed no further evidence. She's checked out, wrote one viral post. He's blind, declared another. The tone? Less concerned friend, more reality show commentator with a score to settle.
Now I want to get into a story I've seen percolating in the headlines and social media. And that's about Heisman Trophy winner Travis Hunter and his fiancée, lenee.
Even with all this, the biggest twist is just beginning to surface. A rumor, barely whispered for months, has now clawed its way into the mainstream. Was Lyanna already married in Las Vegas before Travis ever showed up? Internet detectives claim there's paperwork, or at least there's someone's cousin who saw someone else at the courthouse. While Lyanna's side is completely silent, her critics say this explains everything. The awkwardness, the cold shoulder, the sense that something was always off. After all, if a secret marriage is hiding in her past, the foundation of the Hunter-Lenee relationship was always going to wobble. It's impossible to ignore how hard Travis is trying to hold things together. His public face is all in. The loyal future husband, the heart-on-his-sleeve NFL star, we see it in those clips. Him getting defensive on Twitch, looking down at the chat with the resigned frustration of a man whose private life is suddenly public property. Every time someone calls his fiancée a gold digger or mocks their wedding date, he fires back. Go find a life. Stop worrying about what I got going on, he growled at his critics not long ago. Still, the more he fights, the more isolated he seems. The Instagram deactivation wasn't just a technical glitch. It was a sign that the walls are closing in, that even an athlete as gifted as Travis Hunter can only take so much when every DM, every old video, every eye roll is turned into a national talking point.
Of course, we're going to discuss it because he is a celebrity. This is part of the news. People are going to talk about it, whether you want them to talk about it or not. You have to learn that you don't have to address everything.
Those close to Travis, including Shadir Sanders, have rushed to his side, blasting the social media crowd as clout chasers, people more interested in engagement numbers than real advice. But while the family circle is circling wagons, the broader world is asking the uncomfortable question: is Travis Hunter already losing the most important battle of his life before he's even signed his rookie contract? There's a reason everyone's talking about the money. Rumor 2, the one that gets whispered at every team dinner and barbershop, is suddenly back in play. Did Travis ignore the warnings and skip a prenuptial agreement? If so, he might be one play away from seeing millions walk out the door, and all because he trusted the wrong person at the wrong time.
When you're dealing with Travis, you got to understand that he's the prize in the situation.
For every dramatic moment we've seen in public, the cold looks, the missed kisses, the viral TikToks, there are more hints leaking out from behind the scenes. Industry veterans and old friends alike are coming forward, each with their own take. Some say Lyanna was always more interested in the spotlight than the sideline, that she played the game as carefully as any draft pick. Others claim Travis's family begged him to pause, to think, to get the NDAS lined up before handing over the keys to the empire he's about to inherit. But love, or at least the version of it that happens in front of 80,000 screaming fans and a million live streams, makes people do wild things. And now, for Travis, it's turned his life into a pressure cooker. While the tabloids light up with every new angle, the couple has all but vanished from the digital landscape. Both Travis and Lyanna nuked their social media accounts, leaving only traces behind. A ghost Instagram here, a Twitch VOD there. Travis, who once flooded the timeline with inside jokes and sweet captions, now stays silent. When he does break cover, it's to defend Lyanna, not himself, insisting that the critics are only feeding on what they see, not what's real. But with every round of speculation, the personal toll grows heavier. Travis told his streamers that the attacks are draining. It's the sort of thing you expect from someone on the losing side of a playoff, not the reigning Heisman winner.
I actually hate this entire situation because it didn't need to get to this point if people just kept things private.
If you ask Tony Yayo, the real story is even uglier than what the headlines let on. We're not just watching another celebrity couple hit turbulence. We're watching a young star walk blindfolded into a scandal that threatens both his heart and his bank account. Meanwhile, the world's waiting for the next leak, the next tape, the next shoe to drop. Did Lyanna really have a secret Las Vegas wedding? Are there more DMS about to surface? And when Travis takes the field in the NFL, will he be able to focus, or is the drama about to follow him straight into the end zone? Every controversy leaves fallout, but Tony Yayo's bombshell has set off aftershocks far beyond social media. The sporting world is suddenly holding its breath. Travis Hunter, who just weeks ago was riding high on a Heisman win and first-round draft predictions, is now facing the kind of distraction that turns a can't-miss prospect into a question mark. We hear it from insiders across the NFL. Team execs and agents have started whispering about off-field baggage. Is it fair? Maybe not. But fair doesn't win in the boardroom, and right now, Travis's name is being tossed around less for his highlight reel and more for his highlight drama. Nobody wants to say it outright yet, but the message is clear. Talent gets you into the conversation, but character keeps you at the table. And in an NFL obsessed with controlling headlines, every viral video of Lyanna's stone face or Travis's emotional rants chips away at his marketability.
Not seeing him as a prize, she's seeing him as just a regular. And the best way to lose a king is to try to treat a king like a regular.
The red carpet that used to be rolled out for this couple now feels more like a trap. Those sweet, polished YouTube vlogs, the surprise gifts, the heartfelt prayers, the dancing in onesies, have become ammunition for a public eager to spot cracks in the surface. Every loving Instagram caption now reads like foreshadowing. Every anniversary post looks, in hindsight, just a little too scripted. We're watching a couple once cheered for their transparency now get devoured by it. In just a matter of months, Travis and Lyanna have become a cautionary tale for every young athlete who thinks a camera is a best friend.
You guys definitely should look into counseling, definitely look into that very fast, because that's going to help you guys.
The curse of fame is real, and the proof is in the timeline. At the start, fans celebrated the love story. High school sweethearts, faith-based romance, the kind of backstory that makes endorsement deals easy. But as soon as the Heisman ceremony footage went viral, with Lyanna's icy posture and Deion Sanders' not-so-subtle nudge, the mood flipped. What was once seen as maturity is now disinterest. Where fans saw devotion, critics now see calculation. Even as Travis tries to set the record straight on Twitch or in the press, I feel the same pain that she feels. We're inseparable. Every word sounds like it's being cross-examined by a jury with no patience left. For NFL teams, the question isn't just about whether Travis can run a 4.3 or lock down a top receiver. It's whether he'll bring headlines they don't want. Teams invest millions of dollars, and a first-round pick can make or break a season. We're already hearing speculation that certain sponsors are getting cold feet, quietly running background checks and holding off on handshake agreements until the smoke clears. One league insider put it bluntly: when there's this much noise before the first pro snap, owners get nervous. The NBA start coming out, the private investigators get hired. It's not about who's right, it's about who's low risk. If Travis can't keep the controversy at bay, we could see a slide on draft night that would have been unthinkable just a month ago.
You need to think about, that's you saying. Because everybody talking to his girl and saying, I said, everybody's saying stuff. The only one the only one he's gonna remember is you. What Bob said. And we're gonna need you one day to go lift him up. And he's gonna bring back up, oh man, you try to talk to my woman, man, like, you know what I mean? But, and that's what I was talking about, because you just said it.
But as the spotlight sharpens on Travis, it's Lyanna's mysterious past that is starting to swallow the narrative. New clips keep surfacing, grainy videos from old music sets, cryptic shout-outs from small-time artists, and a string of social media posts from an ex-boyfriend with a talent for hint-dropping and never quite telling the full story. Some of these posts look like classic clout chasing, but a few have teeth. Industry sources point to one particular music video, Lyanna on set with a SoundCloud performer. The chemistry on screen a little too convincing. The artist's followers insist something real happened off camera, but of course nobody's produced receipts. Still, in an age where a rumor can ruin a reputation, the absence of evidence hasn't stopped a single person from passing judgment. Now we're seeing questions swirl about Lyanna's connections to the industry's edgier corners. Did her circle include controversial names? Was she just another creative in the content scene, or was there a deliberate climb up the social ladder? The puzzle gets even trickier with the emergence of old texts, messages from producers and performers that suggest she was more than just an extra in the background. We don't have proof of a hidden agenda, but the circumstantial dots are enough for the internet to start connecting them. A former road manager, speaking off the record, said it best: if you think the NFL is tough, try surviving LA's music scene. Everyone's hustling, everyone's got a secret. For Travis, the risk is that the past he doesn't know becomes the scandal nobody can ignore.
How do you maintain such a healthy relationship?
Don't let social media be in your relationship.
Okay.
The backlash isn't just digital. Around the Colorado program, whispers have become open debates. Was Travis's family truly on board with the engagement, or were they waving red flags behind the scenes? Reports keep circling that Deion Sanders, a man who's built entire locker rooms on discipline, told Travis to sign a prenuptial agreement before it's too late. Did Travis listen, or did he let love or loyalty cloud his judgment? With a rookie contract looming that could put tens of millions of dollars on the line, the stakes have never been higher, and as the wedding date inches closer, the world is starting to ask whether Travis will make the biggest play of his life or the most expensive mistake.
How do you deal with arguments or disagreements?
Oh, I was just about to say that one.
You was?
Yeah.
We just talk it out. We have to talk about everything. We give it to us.
For their part, Travis and Lyanna are walking the razor's edge. Publicly, they're still showing up together at the Sports Illustrated gala, hand in hand, red carpet smiles holding up under the pressure. Travis made a point of thanking Lyanna in his acceptance speech, looking every bit the devoted fiancé. I don't know where I'd be this year without just praying every night with my fiancé, he told the crowd. But behind closed doors, friends say the pressure is unrelenting. Every text, every DM, every family conversation is a battlefield. Their inner circle is shrinking. Even close confidants like Kai Cenat, who once had plenty to say, have decided it's safer to stay quiet. Meanwhile, outside the Hunter bubble, the noise just grows. Celebrities keep weighing in, some supportive, some not so much. Charleston White made waves by telling Travis to marry her without a prenup, arguing that hustlers make the best housewives, while critics called it the worst advice in modern sports history. Rapper Ashkenaz didn't mince words, calling Lyanna not authentic, and predicting that Travis would see things differently once the NFL nightlife came calling. Fans? They're split, right down the middle. Some call Travis a romantic, others a cautionary tale. The comment sections look like a war zone, and every new rumor is fuel for the fire.
It was a weird area, and I just said.
There's no playbook for what happens next. Will an NFL front office decide that Travis's skills outweigh the circus? Or will he get the silent treatment when the draft clock is running? Is Lyanna's past really as dramatic as the internet claims? Or has this all been a massive misunderstanding magnified by fame and jealousy? We know only this: time is running out. The wedding is scheduled for May 2025. Millions of dollars, a once-in-a-generation career, and the public reputation of a rising star are all hanging by a thread. So, as the countdown ticks toward draft night in the aisle, we have to wonder, what happens if Tony Yayo's claims turn out to be the last warning before disaster? Will Travis cut ties and rewrite his future? Or will love make him gamble everything on a partner whose true story may still be hiding in the shadows? The clock is ticking for Travis Hunter. Will love blind him to the truth, Or will this rising star take control of his destiny before it's too late? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on? Stay tuned, and remember, in the world of fame, loyalty is a luxury, but reputation is everything. We'll see you next time right here where the real stories never sleep.